I just found out my grandfather unalived someone. Here's some context. I was drinking some beers with my mother and she started talking about her life during the 70s and 80s. Most of her memories included my grandfather, who died when I was only 8, I'm 25 now. Anyway, she always described him as loving and caring, which prompted me to ask, oh come on, he gotta have some dirt on him, right? I was joking, but her face became serious and she said, look, what I'm about to tell you is something only me, your grandma and uncle know. And she told me this story. It was 1985. My mother was 15 years old and she was dating a 23-year-old boy. She lived in a rural area in Brazil caused my grandpa owned some land there. It was a very toxic relationship, he would drink and beat her, so she would often fashion a black eye or a busted lip. My grandpa almost never interfered, as he would say they have to figure this out themselves. My grandma always advised her to stay away from him, we will call him Carlos, and that she would break up, but she was in love. One day, my mom and Carlos went to a fair near the farm, and she didn't went home that night. Her parents were worried, but the next day, they came early in the morning. They were fighting. Carlos, in front of my grandparents, slapped my mom in the face and called her names. He was drunk. He then looked at my grandpa and said, what kind of man raises a freaking woman like her? Grandpa just stood there, my mom described him still as a statue. Carlos drove away in his car and the day went by. 2 weeks later, Grandpa went hunting with a few friends, came back with nothing but blood-stained clothes. Carlos was given missing shortly after, and 2 months after that, he was found in a shallow grave. There wasn't a lot of people in the area. Everybody knew what happened, nobody called the police. Carlos had no family, nobody missed him. My family came to the US not long after that. I was shocked to say the least, and don't know what to think of it. Never, truly, met my grandpa, everyone just had very good memories of him. I'm lost for words to be honest.